welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert finding Harris on back-to-back plays. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which is spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. wins. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 69 yards. And the Saints will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This will go to Henry out wide. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at him. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Rodgers going to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 of the shot. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Boston Scott taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Running from the gun with Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Henry again on 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Hey, 88.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to McBride. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Hey, take 26.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Room here to run. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. The result, only 4 yards.
They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, this is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Andrews from 10 yards out. And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich thrown against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Scott, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back, a pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Anthony Walker giving that O-line fits. He gets in there to drop it.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They run for it with Harris, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Damian Harris, a touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Saints have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Henry. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers throw complete there to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Hey, you block over here.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to get this one to McBride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 78 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, now Rodgers. A check down here for Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This likely a must-have. Third and goal. Now Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 64 yards. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
Here we go, set.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Let's go.
And they take a knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, When I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Leonard, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.